Hi, so in this video I'm going to be explaining how I solved reverse integer question on Leet code, and the instructions are to find the reverse digits of the given integer, and there are examples provided. 1, 2, 3 becomes 3, 2, 1, negative 1, 2, 3 also becomes negative 3, 2, 1, and 0 is not considered in the problem. And we have to note that if the input value is not in between these restrictions, then it should return a 0. But I thought that this part was not as important as the reversing part, so in this video I'm going to show you how I reverse the input not without dealing with this part of the question, which means that when I submit it, it would not work out. But I've tried this on Eclipse and it has worked out, so I think that will be enough for this video. So first, so if num is the input, then I initialized integer temp as num, so that we would always have a num variable there to use in the future. It's just for just in case we need the initial value of num later on in the code. And integer last stands for the last digit of each number. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3 as the example here. Result is for result. Holder is a temporary variable. And if we get into this while loop, while temp is not equal to 0, holder equals temp divided by 10. So temp currently is, holder currently is temp divided by 10, temp divided by 10, which equals 12. And the last, which is showing us which is getting the last digit of the given input. Last equals temp 1, 2, 3 minus holder 12 times 10 equals 3, since that equals 120. We get the last digit, and in the result we are storing the final result. So result currently is 0, so 0 times 10 plus last, which is 3, equals 3. And then we put holder into temp. Holder is 123 divided by 10, so it's 12. Holder temp equals 12 now. So now holder equals temp, which is 12 divided by 10 equals 1. Last equals temp 12 minus holder, which is 1 times 10, which is 10. So 12 minus 10 equals 2, and that gives us the second last digit. And here, result currently is 3, so 3 times 10 plus last, which is 2, which will equal 32. Temp will equal 1, since holder is currently 1. Holder equals temp divided by 10. 1 divided by 10 is 0. And then we get, so this is the last round. And then we come here. Last digit equals temp minus holder. Temp minus holder. Holder times 10, which will equal 1. That gives us the last third digit, and then result equals 32, so 32 times 10 plus 1 will equal 321. And temp is holder is currently 1, so holder is currently 0, so temp will equal 0. And since temp is not, since temp is 0, this while loop will end and we will return the result. However, there is a way to decrease the storage. So if we look here, we used last and both last and temp, but we could put these two uses into one by erasing last and putting temp into both. If we run it, will be the same. Also with last. If we run the code, as you can see here, the result is the same. But if we have one less variable, then that would decrease the storage. And why this works out is because since the last digit of a number is not used until here, so the only part we need the last digit, that the last digit is used. The temp is used as the last digit, is these two lines. So we could replace temp with holder and reuse temp. So that temp is the temporary value that is held for a holder, since the value of holder is changing here. So we want to keep the initial value of holder. So if we do this instead of putting temp instead of holder, then holder's initial value will change and we will not be able to use the initial value that holder had, so we are using temp. That's why both ways can work. I mean, it doesn't really matter which way this problem is solved, but this second way is a way to just decrease the storage. And yeah, that is how I solved this problem. As I said before, I did not include these restrictions, and if I submit it, this will not work. But I thought that the reverse part of the question was the main part that we should solve, so that's what I did for this video. So yeah, thank you, bye.